Welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod, and take a look here. It's been past day 3285. I've had a really busy last week worth of time, so I'm sorry I've left y'all high and dry without some content over the last, I think, 7 days. I've posted a little short, I think I got like maybe one short, two shorts, something like that, a couple of reels on Facebook, nothing much. But I've been able to barely find time to do anything, and I apologize. But 3285 was the 9th anniversary to the dot. Do the math, 365 times 9, 3285. Add in a leap year or two, and here we are, okay? Look at this. Devil Dinos, Mighty Tokens, 150 HP staring me right in the face. Got a Taskmaster cover. That's the second set of 8000 ISO, if you care for the ISO still. I know some of us really need it. Some of us are a mass, drowning in it. Anyways, this isn't over though. If it's anything like the last few anniversaries, we're gonna get more before we know it. I'll probably get more covers here coming up soon, and that'll be fine with me. Okay, so what are we here for today? Well, I only got hours, mere hours before the Crash of the Titans restarts, and also I gotta run this puzzle gauntlet. I'm not gonna run it today. I don't got time tonight. Well, I mean, maybe I could, but to be fair, I'd rather do it on the following nights. I think I got more time coming up in the following few days. I know tomorrow's Halloween. Not tomorrow. 8 days is Halloween. But, I mean, I got some things coming up, and I think I can run it more consistently over the next day or two. Okay? We'll run it then. So let's go back over here, right over here. There we are. The Deadpool Daily, Crash the Titans. Who we got today? We got two of them on deck. We're featuring, well, I shouldn't say featuring. That's not fair. We're going against 4-star Human Torch. He's cheating with a 555 build. God, I hate when they cheat. It's not fair. We can't do it. Anyways, Jim Hammond, the original Human Torch, one of the very earliest superheroes in Marvel's comic book history. Guy who lights on fire. He's actually an android or robot or something like that. I don't know all the ins and outs about him, but I do know that he is the first original Human Torch, and he's not the same as the Human Torch that we all know and love from the Fantastic Four. He's a different person altogether, a different character. But we don't really care much about that right now, do we? We're talking about the video game. In the video game, who is he? He's the guy that loves playing with repeaters, okay? So his green costs 5, a measly 5 green, okay? And it puts out a repeater that does damage every turn, but it also makes a copy of itself, makes another repeater. So both those repeaters will do damage on the next turn. And then you get another copy. So 3 of them. And another copy, another turn. That's 4 of them. They're not fortified. So if it's matched away turn 1, then we got to get 5 more green AP. But as long as you got one of them out there on the board, it will multiply the next turn. It'll multiply again. And I shouldn't say multiply because it goes 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then it caps. If you have 5 of them out there, it won't make any more. But all 5 of them going, that's a decent amount of damage. That's like, I don't want to say Polaris level stuff, but it's kind of better in some regards because it keeps repeating itself. But we all know that Polaris can do the same thing as long as you make some friendly matches, right? But anyways, his yellow puts out it's a passive for all intents and purposes, and if any allies, I should say, cast an ability of some sort, an active ability, not a passive, he makes some strike tiles and fortifies repeaters. So it makes everything stronger. Also, a little animation thing, his character actually lights up on fire. It's kind of cool. Finally, the big kahuna, his red one, it's like 8 or 9 or something like that. I don't know. It's a decent amount of AP, but nothing giant. It destroys all of your repeaters on the screen, doing a base amount of damage to the team, and then extra for each extra repeater destroyed. And it's actually good damage. I want to say it's like close to 4,000 to the team, but then an extra 1,500 per repeater. And you heard what those greens do, right? For a measly 5, you're just getting multiple repeaters that create themselves out there. He's actually a really good character. And if they're fortified, well, when you go to destroy them, you're just getting rid of the fortification. So you get to reuse them. He's the sort of guy that works great with fortification-based teams and repeater-based teams. So yes, he is good friends with Lizard and Shuri in those respects. He can be quite the obstacle to overcome if he gets the green AP up and running and then the red AP to follow it. Don't let him do it. But of course, you know, sometimes bad luck's just bad luck. So who are we going against him with today? Namor, the Submariner. They're doing a fire versus water thing, and we can all roll our eyes at that, right? It's been done to death. The only problem here is Namor is not good. Some people will defend Namor. You know who you are out there. And I don't know why. Let me go through the powers with you here. Why do I have his black at 3? Let me show you. It costs 11. 11 black. It's a little pricey nowadays. Does damage, not to the team, to one person, and destroys some AP in the enemy's strongest color. Then the enemy team gains a black AP. Let's put up to 5, see what it does. Does some damage, and then destroy 4 AP in the enemy's strongest color. Okay, enemy gains a black AP. That's it? For 11 black, you're doing not even 7,000 and destroying 4 AP to the enemy's strongest color. What is he supposed to be? Like Talos' best friend? If you're relying on Talos, you're not playing to win. I'm just gonna put that out there, okay? Namor's Mercy is unfortunately probably one of the worst abilities I can think of for the cost. Okay. Imperious Rex is more expensive, but at least it does some decent things. It is 12 green. And being so expensive, what it does do is 909 damage for each blue tile on the board. You know, you could think of it from the Hood's perspective. Remember the Hood, 3-star Hood? As long as there was like, was it 8 or more of a color on the board, you steal 1 AP of that color type. And it's pretty common to see 8 or more of a color on a board. So, like, I don't want to say it's average, but there's 64 tiles on the board, and there's only 7 colors if you're counting team up. It's not unthinkable to have 8 of a color on the board. So 909 times 8, you get some pretty decent damage. Now, it does that damage for each blue tile on the board, then destroy a random set of tiles in the shape of a trident of Neptune. It's like a big old trident comes up on the board and does that destruction, right? So you also get board shake. The actual destroy tiles do damage. So you get the damage for all the blues, the damage for the trident tiles, and then the board shake amount. Is it worth 12 green? I don't know if it's worth that much AP, but it's at least better than his darn Namor's Mercy by far. And then finally, his purple, Atlantis Attacks. Probably his best ability. Only costs 9. I say only because that's the cheapest of his powers, unfortunately. Unleash a tidal wave upon the surface world. Convert 5 basic tiles to blue. It goes good with his green, as you can tell. If there are 10 or more blue tiles remaining after any matches are made, deal damage to the enemy team. Yay, team damage. 10 or more blue tiles remaining after converting 5 to blue is not hard to do. It happens quite often. And now you have all those other tiles out there that'll help your green hit even harder. It's a really smart idea to do your purple first, then your green. And, you know, you should win. But, I mean, this is assuming that you get all that AP you need. 9 purple, 12 green. Let's not even talk about your black. It has nothing to do with the rest of his powers. Deal some damage and destroy AP in the enemy's strongest color. Like, really? That's what we get? Anyways. I mean, you could go out if you wanted to give him his support. Wherever the heck it is. It's Atlantis. He gets a whole city for his support because, by golly, he needs it. Did I even pass that? Oh, there it is. Derp. Character's powers deal an additional 1,500 damage to enemies. I mean, that's a good amount of damage, but it is 4 stars. It better be. And at the start of the battle, there's a 67%, we'll just call it that, chance to gain 5 green. That's where this support shines. Okay, you got like pretty good chance to start with 5 extra green. That's nice right there. His a special down there, you can see on a friendly match 5 or greater, in other words, doesn't happen often, there's a big old chance to gain 1 green, 1 black, and 1 purple AP. Takes a match 5 to get that bonus. It's not worth putting on Namor. This is one of those supports that I'd rather put it on someone I'm going to use more often, someone that's going to use the green. In this case, I have it on Throg because I like to zip zap zap for some reason at some point. It was probably a puzzle quest thing, puzzle gauntlet thing. You could also use it on, I don't know, anyone with a green power and make use of it. Okay? Anyways, let's see. Going back. Getting rid of this boost. We're going to hit play, and we're going to turn on the animation because it is a one-on-one fight. But not as hokey as the one in the X-Men 3 movie where it was Pyro versus Iceman. Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm still not over bad Fox X-Men movies. I didn't say they're all bad. Don't come at me. Just, you know, some of them were bad, though. A lot of people like to bag on Disney for doing things a certain way, and I get it, but at the same time, dude, just think of where our Marvel, our X-Men, or whoever franchises would be if we didn't have that sort of money and backing into it. I don't know. I don't think we'd get some of the coolness we got today. Okay, should I do this now? Or should I wait for the green? I feel like I should wait for the green. Let's get more green if we can. We'll use this to kill him if we can, but let's call it what it is. Let's get some green. Oh, he's taking the green. Lame. I'll do this just to get a... Don't take that green. Don't do it. Okay. So here's my chance to get rid of that wildfire before it gets me. Well, there's 2 green right there in this match 4. I'll take that. We're close. Just need 4 more green. What does that purple do? 5 place houses of blue. It's not enough to really make this work. I need the green. We can hope a green falls here. And it didn't. Well, I mean, it did, but not in the right place. I forgot that was an active power. Was that the red? That was his red. Okay. The yellow. I thought it was his yellow for a minute there he used. I was wrong. Thank God. Okay, 1 more green. Of course you took the green. Of course you had it. Oh, here you go. Match 4 gives me the green. We can do this now. We're going to win the game right here. Don't worry, everybody. Atlantis attacks. Toot the horn. Toot toot. Okay. And then Imperious Rex. Oh, we didn't get to see the trident come up. Okay, well, it's a big old trident. It comes up and it smashes the gems and a big old trident shape. It's kind of reminiscent of 3-star Black Widow's big old crosshair that's the size of the board. It's like that, but it's a trident. Anyways. Go Namor! You beat the Human Torch. Yeah, not human, but human. Anyways, next one. Going against... Are we really using... Are we trying to prove which character's worse? I'm sorry, does that mean? If Captain Marvel was higher level, I would totally give the fight to her. Or if she was good, I'd give the fight to her. But because, we're the player, I really can't say who would win off the top. Captain Marvel is a 5-star, and as you all know, 5 stars have better match damage than any tier below them, by far, okay? So she can win right there based off that alone. However, if I get that purple and or that green AP up and rolling, we win again. There's nothing Marvel could do about that stuff except for maybe use her yellow to fly up in the sky and dodge things. But then why would I cast my abilities while she's up there? Captain Marvel 5-star was cool for a minute in time in this game. She had a Winfinite combo with Beta Ray Bill and Polaris. where her green was quite useful. Actually did good damage, actually did good board shake, and made use of the former two characters' bonuses. But they nerfed her. They nerfed her into the ground, and really she doesn't have a lot going on. Some people online like to call her Captain Repeater because her abilities pretty much are all repeaters. She has a green passive that has a repeater that gains green AP every 3 turns. That's very slow. She has red ability that does damage and creates strike tiles like every 2 turns. Yes, you can still match them and get rid of them before they even take effect. So it's old school repeater nonsense where you get no effect out of it, and even though you spent the AP. And her yellow does nothing to do with repeaters, although her yellow does put her up in the air to make her safe for a couple of turns, and then she comes on back down, does damage when doing so, and gets healed. So her yellow is actually pretty decent. It has saved the day a couple times for me in my time playing. Of course, if I didn't have to use her to begin with, I might not have needed to save myself though. So, oh yeah, finally she does a passive on her red, which is kind of neat, but we still have yet to find a way to really abuse it. It says that whenever whenever a friendly strike tile, I can say it right, is destroyed, not matched away, you gain 1 yellow AP. So I don't know really how to abuse that yet. So, I mean, we've found many ways to make that into more yellow AP, but not enough to really make it the basis of your team. So, good luck to you who's still looking for it out there. I know there's a fellow on the forums named the Road Warrior who was looking it over with me for a long time and couldn't quite find it. But anyways, one day, right? Let's move on. Come on, Namor. We already talked about you. We figured out what you could do. Let's heal you up. Let's throw you out there and see if you can take down a 5-star. Animations are still on. It's still a 1-on-1. We need greens and we need purples. Let's take the greens first because Captain Marvel can use them too. I don't see a green. I can take that easily, so I'm just going to take this purple. There we go. Oh, of course she gets 3 greens that fall down at once, right? Why wouldn't she? I'm going to take this match 4 for no real reason, just because it was there, and she gets more greens. Being awfully nice to her, aren't we? We'll take this black into yellow combo. She just gained 3 green because Event Horizon said so. It's a Stone Cold-like thing to do, right? Green and purple combo because we like those with more green. Here comes her mean right hook, but it's stalled because it's a repeater. Look, she did a mean right hook, but like it hasn't hit me yet. It's like she's stuck in slow motion. Okay, I need 1 more set of green. Oh, I didn't mean to blow the horn yet. I just wanted to look at the power. Oh no. Well, now I really gotta get a green. Well, shoot. I'm gonna try not to match the blues away because we need those on the board to do good green damage. And of course, she's gonna make sure that doesn't happen, right? I guess I'll just take this purple for now. Ouch, mean right hook. And she's up in the air. She's going to heal herself a bit, but that means she's not making any matches. So maybe I could set myself up a green match. So if we play our cards right, we can look this over and see where a green match will come in. I mean, I see a few places, but I'm going to have to destroy some blues to do so. Actually, we'll do this. We'll take the purple here, and then we will take this green. I said this green. There you go. Now she comes down. It's going to hurt me and heal her. Photonic Rush. Big old damage. Does multiple hits because it hits some of my tiles. Event Horizon. Big old match damage. And I'm almost dead. Not fun. But look at all that blue I have out there. It's time to give her the trident. Let's stick her, boys. Still works. All that struggling she did, she still got owned. I'll take that legendary token. Thank you very much. And that was it. That's Namor's Crash the Titans against 2 different opponents. Things that Namor should never really have to go through, because Namor in MPQ is not that good. Very low tier character in my opinion. Just too much cost for too little outcome. Especially nowadays when everything's done based on passives or cheap costs. So, that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. I'll see you guys really soon, because we gotta have a new store in here soon enough. New store to pull from, plus the puzzle gauntlet. I gotta run that probably the first 5 nodes at minimum tomorrow. Yeah, those things will pretty much do it, wouldn't they? Thank you very much again. See y'all later. Bye.